This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
More with UNI head football coach Mark Farley. Coach, almost 400 yards of total offense. Eli Dunn, after those first two interceptions that we talked about earlier, what did you see out of him the rest of that football game?
Well, the last drive was important. The last quarter was important because throw two touchdowns, you don't feel very good about yourself, at that situation. But playing that position, you got to have a short-term memory, and you got to be able to move on. And that's exactly what we told him on the sideline. Is that, he had the opportunity to play his way out of that and play through that, and we allowed him to do that. And it will only make him better as we progress the season. So, experiences. That's why they call it experience. You need to get on the field, you need to make an error here and there, and that's how you learn. And if he can make that quantum leap from that growth of making that decision, then it was very beneficial.
He finished the game with 3 touchdowns. He hit 9 different receivers. Was he going through his progressions, especially that second half, as he was supposed to?
Yeah, I thought it was a well-called game. I thought the offense kept him off balance. We used everybody on the football field, from running backs to receivers to tight ends. So I just felt that we used our talent, and that's why I said I thought we played good. It was just a couple things that we should have done a lot better.
We talked about Isaiah Weston's touchdown earlier, a redshirt freshman. You also had Jalen James, just a sophomore. He had a big grab, and looks as though he could make a big impact this year on the offense.
Oh, here's a great example. Alan Lazard is another great name that we all know. He had 108 yards of total offense for Iowa State. Jalen Rima had 118 yards of total offense for Northern Iowa. And when you make that comparison in that same football game, it says a lot for what the possibilities are. You just have to make possibilities reality.
Coach, running the football, Trevor Allen got a lot of carries in Ames this past Saturday, averaged over 7 yards per carry. What did you like about what you saw out of Trevor Allen at running back?
Well, again, he had a couple nice runs. I mean, once he got out, he made a couple nice cuts, and then he made a nice play and a screenplay. So I thought he did well, as did Javion Browning. Javion was right behind him, and I think he was like 6 yards per carry, and we popped a couple runs. We probably didn't establish the run game as well as we would have liked in that game, but you can see the dynamic of those two individuals.
Yeah, the UNI offensive line had a couple of running backs sprung free a few times here in Ames. Let's take a look now at a story on Trevor Allen.